Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make this makeup bag. So this makeup bag is a circle that lays flat and then you can just zip it up to make a little ball. So you can make this a few ways. You can get rope, not yarn, because it's stretchy. I learned that the hard way. I did mine 10 inches for the radius of my circle bag. So fold it like this and make sure that the creases are all together, and you can just take your rope and make a quarter of a circle like that, or take your ruler and just draw it out like that. Afterwards, you're just going to cut it out and you have your circle. So you're going to do this for your inside and outside fabric. I did a buttonhole for my outside fabric. So I did mine, I think, a ½ inch away from the edge of my fabric. Then you're just going to make an inch of your, or however big you want your buttonhole to be. So you're going to make a big stitch with your needle being in the middle. So this is a zigzag stitch. Then you're going to make sure that your needle's out of fabric so you don't break your needle. And then move your needle to the right and into a smaller zigzag stitch. When you're at the bottom, then you're going to put your needle back in the middle and then a bigger zigzag as your previous bigger zigzag was, the same number. Then you're gonna pick up your foot this time, turn it around, take out your needle again, move it all the way to the right and a smaller zigzag stitch and go all the way down. So this is how me and my mom figured out how to do buttonhole, but you can make it any way you want or how you do it. And so there's also buttonhole, but they're like feet that do it for you. But I didn't have any of those, so that worked just as good this way. And then you're just gonna cut your hole open, making sure you don't cut any thread, because then you just ruin what you just made, and that would not be good. So you're going to make sure, I'm sorry for my dog's barking. You're going to put your two fabrics together and making sure that the two good sides are together. My fabric, it didn't really matter because they both look the same, but some it does. So you're just going to sew all the way around, making sure that you don't catch your buttonhole that you just made. So just go all the way around, but make sure that you leave a hole to pull through your bag afterwards to make sure the good sides are together and make sure you backstitch. Then you're going around and snip all these sides, like all the way around without cutting your seam. That just makes sure it's a more perfect circle shape. It's so much easier to pull through afterwards. Now, this part you don't really have to do, but it just looks so much more professional. You're going to do this by hand, so you're going to take your needle and pull the seam like upwards to make sure it's really flat, and then just stitch that together. So this makes it so much easier to stitch it by the machine instead of struggling to put it more flat. And yeah, it's just so much easier doing it by hand first and going around the machine. So you're going to do it on both sides of the buttonhole. The first side is about an inch away from the edge, and the other one is just on the other side to make sure it's flat. It doesn't have to be an inch, it just makes sure that your buttonhole is in between those two lines. And afterwards, you're just going to cut loose or just pull through that other one that you did by hand. I find it's just easier just pulling it through. Then you're going to take whatever thread you want, or string or anything like that, or rope. You're just going to pull that all the way through. So I found a nice way is just put a safety pin it on, and then just pulling it through like that. It just makes it so much easier that you actually have something to grab onto. Then you're just going to pull that all the way through and cut however long you want the string. Just keep in mind that when you pull it tighter that you're going to have a longer string. I just added these cute little beads at the end of mine, and so that's it. This is how mine looks. You can put your makeup in it, toys, anything you want really, and then you can just zip it up. It's really easy for traveling, and you can see all your makeup products. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.